Welcome back to All About Mars Surface, the place where real Mars images reveal secrets that the universe never wanted us to see. This is not a painting, this is not CGI, and this is not science fiction. What you are about to see is a real high-resolution image captured directly from the surface of Mars, a frozen moment from another world that has remained silent for billions of years, a world that has haunted human imagination through myths, gods, wars, and unanswered questions. For centuries, Mars was seen as a distant red dot in the sky, but today it is a planet under investigation, examined rock by rock, layer by layer, shadow by shadow, because every detail in this image carries a message from the past, a message written long before humans ever looked up at the stars. Tonight we are not just watching Mars, we are decoding it, because what looks like a lifeless landscape may actually be a record of ancient rivers, vanished lakes, and a planet that once breathed with energy. This image is more than just terrain. It is evidence, it is a warning, and it is an invitation to question everything we thought we knew about Mars, about life, and about our own future. So before we go deeper into this mystery, make sure you subscribe to All About Mars Surface for more real Mars discoveries. Hit the like button if you want to see more high-resolution space content. Share this video with anyone who is fascinated by space and the unknown. And most importantly, tell us in the comments what you think this image is really showing, because your perspective might be the key to unlocking the next Martian mystery. This is not a painting, this is not CGI, and this is not science fiction. What you are seeing is a real high-resolution image captured directly from the surface of Mars, a frozen moment from another world, a world that has haunted human imagination for centuries. For thousands of years, Mars was the planet of myths, the planet of gods, the planet of war. But today, Mars is something else. It is a planet under investigation. Every rock, every ridge, every shadow in this image is a silent witness to a story that may completely change what we know about our place in the universe. Tonight, we are not just looking at Mars, we are reading Mars, and this image may be hiding more than it wants us to see. At first glance, this panoramic view appears simple with rocky terrain, layered hills, and a cold, lifeless landscape. But to planetary scientists, this image is extraordinary because Mars does not shape itself randomly. Every curve in these hills and every stacked layer of rock tells a story of time, pressure, erosion, and possibly water. On Earth, landscapes like this are formed over millions of years. Which raises the most important question: what forces shaped this place on Mars, and more importantly, was Mars once alive? Rocks are not dead, they are history books, and in this image we clearly see layered sedimentary formations, which are extremely important because on Earth such layers usually form when water carries particles, wind deposits dust, and time compresses material. Mars has no oceans today, so how did these layers form? Scientists believe these formations may indicate ancient riverbeds, long vanished lakes, and seasonal flooding cycles, which suggests Mars was once warm, wet, and dynamic, a planet capable of supporting chemical reactions which are the foundation of life. Mars is also famous for its winds, but these are not gentle breezes. Martian winds can exceed 60 miles per hour, carrying razor-sharp dust particles, and over millions of years wind becomes a sculptor. The smooth slopes visible in this image are not broken, they are carved, which tells scientists that erosion is still active on Mars, even today, meaning Mars is not dead, it is sleeping. This is where the image becomes controversial, because some horizontal layers resemble ancient lake deposits found on Earth, a topic still heavily debated among NASA scientists. If water truly existed here, then Mars once had a thicker atmosphere, warmer temperatures, and protection from radiation, which changes everything, because where long-lasting water exists, chemistry follows, and where chemistry exists, life becomes possible. Mars rovers have already detected clay minerals, sulfates, and organic molecules which do not prove life, but prove potential. This image shows terrain where such minerals could still be hidden beneath the surface, protected from harsh radiation. If microbial life ever existed on Mars, this is exactly where it would leave its fingerprints. NASA does not photograph Mars randomly because every image costs millions of dollars, and this region was chosen due to its geological complexity, ancient terrain, and extremely high scientific value. This panorama helps scientists reconstruct Mars's past climate, atmospheric loss, and surface evolution, because Mars is being studied like a crime scene, and this image is a crucial piece of evidence. To be clear, this image does not show aliens or artificial structures, but it shows something far more important, which is habitability, because life does not need cities. Life needs chemistry, time, and protection, and Mars once had all three. Within the coming decades, humans may walk across this exact terrain, turning this image into a future landing zone, research base, or even a second home. Mars is not just a target, it is a future, a dangerous one, but a necessary one. Mars lost its atmosphere, Mars lost its water, and Mars lost its protection. Earth is not immune, and by studying Mars we are looking into a possible future of our own planet. This image is not only about Mars, it is a warning. Mars does not speak, but it remembers. Every layer in this image is a sentence. Every ridge is a paragraph, and every shadow is a mystery, and humanity has only just begun to read this story. The question is no longer was Mars ever alive, but whether we are ready for what Mars may still be hiding. If you want more real Mars images explained in full documentary style, then subscribe to All About Mars Space, because Mars is not finished with us yet.